Nick, I love it. Hey, it is time to place your bets as the 2025 Belmont Stakes is set to get underway, right? They call it the final jewel of the Triple Crown, the 157th running of the Belmont Stakes. And Fox Nation Park host Abby is actually with us with a wonderful hat/fascinator. And Abby, the vibe is not like a basketball game, football game, or anything like that. The vibe there is just awesome.
The vibe is incredible, and the horses run in all kind of weather, unlike other sports. You know, basketball, you're playing inside, so it doesn't quite matter. But you know what's common between all the sports is you get to have some goodies while you watch what's happening. Hildebrandt is incredible, and they're actually sponsoring 2 of the jockeys tonight. So let's talk about that. Why did you choose to sponsor horse racing?
Well, when we started the Horse Whisper podcast in March, our plan was to do the podcast around the jockeys because they're the favorite people that can have a conversation and they ride the horse. You know, they're risking their lives. And you know what? We wanted to show the world who these jockeys are, you know, talking about things that, you know, relaxing them and having conversations with them, you know, even off tape, having conversations with them and spending a lot of time with them and, you know, bringing them to the game, to the light where people see they are. Without them, there is no horse racing. And like Michael Jordan's mom said, there's no shoe without Michael stepping into it. And these horses, without those jockeys on top of them, there's no racing here. And that's one of the reasons why we will do anything for the jockeys. We do a lot for the backstretch workers, the exercise riders, anybody here. Because, you know, they have to work really hard. They're up 3 o'clock in the morning. They're working 24 hours a day sometimes. And you know what? Whatever we could do to help them, we do.
Wow. That's incredible because it really is dangerous to be a jockey, and you're giving them so many opportunities that they might have not otherwise had. Now, Zach, you guys are sponsoring Sovereignty and Journalism. Those are fan favorites, gained notoriety with the last 2 races. What would you say to people watching tonight, and how much did that help you guys, having your name on their uniform?
It was amazing. I mean, our ice cream shop's been around for 98 years. We've had staff working for over 40 years, and it was just amazing. Our phones started blowing up. People wanted to get the hats that we were wearing. They wanted to come and try the ice cream, get a burger. So it was just amazing. And just to see it on national TV when it hasn't left a little town in Wilson Park in 98 years is just amazing.
You know, I always think, man, I wish I could have been a jockey. I'm way too tall and I weigh way too much. What have you done for women? Because they're pretty underrepresented in this sport.
So we try to work with some of the lady jockeys. We work with Katie Davis in New York. We've been working with her since March. And, you know, a lady jockey has a disadvantage also because it's a man-dominant sport. So, you know, one of the things we try to work with the lady jockeys is to keep them strong, get them the personal training that's needed, getting their body taken care of, having their financial means to travel, you know, and go head-to-head with any of these jockeys in any given track. So as of today, we have about 4 women jockeys that we're sponsoring, more for them to get better, to be able to compete. Katie Davis is probably one of the number one ones up here. You know, she's probably one of the only ones up here that ride on a full-time basis. So, I mean, she wakes up 3 o'clock in the morning. She's at the gym. She's exercising horses. And it's tough to compete with the guys in this game. It really is.
Yeah, you know, I love that you're doing that for them too. And just in general, you guys are good at picking the winners. I mean, to have a winner from Preakness and the Kentucky Derby is pretty spectacular. How do you know who to choose?
I mean, look, you got to look at the horse and the jockey. Junior Alvarado, great family guy. Same thing with Umberto Rispoli. Umberto has been in the game for a very long time, used to ride in Europe, and now he's in Saratoga for a second time, and we'll see who gets the job done today.
Do you think your ice cream gives them extra luck?
Well, I think that the name, the ice cream, and the love and respect that we give to these guys. Junior, we sponsored after a conversation on the Horse Whisper podcast, and speaking with him and connecting with him. It wasn't just say, you know what, I'm going to pay you to wear it. I had to connect with him first. You know, we connected in the last year together. You know, they live in Garden City. So it was very important to show that. And it wasn't about what he got. It was about how we put it together and the family aspect of it. We were hoping that he was going to run in the Preakness. You know, after he ran in the Preakness, we did a Horse Whisperer podcast we did with Umberto. And then he was telling us that the sponsor that he had for the Derby couldn't go to the Preakness because I think it was a gambling site and it wasn't allowed to be a sponsor. And I never met Umberto before. I only spoke to him on the podcast. I thought he's great. He had the energy level, and that's why I said, you know what, he's going to win.
Yeah.
I said he was going to win, and I mean, we got lucky to win that race. But
No, not lucky. You guys know how to choose them.
Yeah.
And I do think the ice cream gives you a little extra oomph. So we're going to feed some of this to the winners. Thank you guys both. That was great. And if you guys want me to bring you any back, I've tried the chocolate, and what was the one?
Mint chip,
Mint
chocolate,
chip.
chocolate Malamar is our best seller.
Okay, the chocolate Malamar. I learned what that cookie was today, so we're all winners today.
Listen, Abby, I'm
Michael,
literally on their
back to you.
I'm literally on their website right now, and they have vanilla fudge, banana, cookies, and cream peach. You can bring it all back to the studio. We're game on for it for sure. Abby, thank you so much.
Perfect. I got you.
I appreciate it. Abby, thank you so much. And stay dry. I know it's going to be a wet morning there, but it looks like the afternoon should dry out.